Hey guys, Jaxon here, State Captain for New South Wales. We just won the OTS champ in Wollongong today, 5-0 with none other than Yummy. Yummy best deck.
Can't kill it.
Can't kill the cup, can't put the cup down, it's too good, Cupsy's just too good. Unfortunately it's not good enough on its own, so we have to play some degenerate stuff with it to make it viable. We'll get into the deck profile. Unfortunately we're playing the blue cards as well. So we're with one Habakiri.
More limited cards, yep.
3 Prayers. 1 Aramasa, 1 Saji, 1 Murukumo, 1 Ritual, 1 Purification, and then Mirror and Pre-Prep. We're just doing the bare bones Mitsurugi package, the Turbo into Camellia, to just get into straight into Yummy. Yep. Alongside the Mitsurugi cards, we're playing 2 Wanted, 2 Witch, Hallowed, Deception, and then for the bridges we've got LZ and Souls.
So what's your reason for 2 and 2, just more non-engine?
So Yummy gets into these cards anyway. If you start with just Wanted, you need a second Wanted to search off Moo in the extra deck. So you've got the extra Simple Spell Trap to pitch off the Hallowed if you start with Wanted. But you don't normally start at the 1 Wanted anyway, going second. Because like most of the time LZ would just search Deception anyway and you get Wanted anyway. But if you start with 1 Wanted, you want the second one in deck.
Sure.
For the extra thing to send off Hallowed. And then LZ is the Yummy bridge into this stuff. Because we do play Omega, and this is also the 2 to the RCL of 6 to make the Omega.
And the level 1.
Yeah, and we got the level 1 for D-Mod.
Yeah.
So we can make, we got 2 bridges through this stuff. We can either go D-Mod or Moo into Gravity Controller with Souls to make Cupsy Way, or we just go Camellia if we feel like we can, if they feel like they've gone through the non-engine, and we can get the extra draw off Engage. Yep. And then for the actual good cards of the deck, we're playing the 1 of Cupsy, RIP Cupsy. We're going to play 1 of Marshmallow, 1 of Cookie, 1 of Lollipop, 2 spells, and then the Engaging Drones. I only went with 4 names because I wanted my Cooltoon opponents to not see my Yummy cards in my hand. Unfortunately, like 6 cards, they're still like decent amount of times they'll see it, and then, or if they even see these, they have a decent idea. Especially alongside the Mitsu cards, because Mitsu Striker is just pretty much dead, and this is pretty much the only way to play Mitsu Striker, I reckon. We still want them to see the Yummy cards, even if they rip the top 2 with Q. As long as we can break their board with Mitsu and Azamina cards, without non-engine, and then bridge eventually into Cupsy through Camellia or through like Gravity Control plus Souls, we actually can break the board even through RS, because they normally will synchro the RS off into like a ladder for after they're using the gate anyway. So I just feel like that's all you need to do. If you draw one, then great, you can play through a lot more, especially versus other decks that aren't Killtoon. Like they're pretty good secondary pushes to like just kill, because Minion's just too strong. And then non-engine wise, we've got the 3-4 counter, Ash Blossom.
In the main.
Because this deck just does everything. There are heaps of times I kept Ash Blossom for people's Purulia, and then they were drawn to Purulia and just hatch that. So I don't really care about giving like 2 or 3 draws off Purulia. I actually need to stop the 4 because that's where I summon like 7 or 8 times.
Sure.
We've got the 3 Imperm. These were Bestials and Talent last event at States, but I just feel like I wanted the extra hand traps. I didn't really miss the Bestials today. Only versus 1 branded. Shout out the cameraman, he sucks. But yeah, even the Imperm was just good. Imperm even against Killtoon, there was a game where I used Imperm plus Droll, where I Impermed a Killtoon Rico. They changed KTS to search what's it called? The shitty card, the Rotary.
Yeah.
They resolved Rico, and then they go Rotary 1, Trackmaker 2, and I just drawed them on turning 3, and I just won that game.
Yep, the classic bait.
Yeah, just the whole bait and switch. Then, honestly, one of the best cards in my deck, Droplets, just overperformed. I normally don't like this card going first, because you're pitching too many resources to stop too many things. But in the combo, you put Minion, take it off the field with Arciela, and then you put it back into the deck, so you can search the other 2 names with Cupsy Way. So you always had this best spell to ditch off of Droplet, and it was really good against Branded, so they couldn't fall on the Virtues or like Super Poly in response to stuff. Droplet was really strong today. And we've got 2 Droll and Clawbite that end up being a 44 card main deck. I tried getting it lower, it's just too many bricks. Like I'll just be cutting 1-ofs that like just weird consistent cards, like the second Wanted, out of the main, which I feel like I missed way too much when I tried that. I even tried cutting cookie down to 3 names, but I feel like it just sucks. Like you need a 4th name to search off the second Cupsy way. After you recycle it, Cupsy's way is at 1, don't cheat. But yeah, that's the main deck. With 44 main. To the extra deck, we're playing my Sky Striker Ace Ojama token.
Shout out.
We've got the yummy cards. We've got Snatchy, Lollipo, Cookie, and the one Cupsy way. We've got the yummy combo. So we've got Metal Marcher, Cyber's Integrator, which is my personal preference over like Starham.
What does this one do?
Everyone's like, what the fuck is that when they see it? I'm
Draws
like,
a
this
card.
is just Starham that says draw 1. Because in this combo, you're already drawing off Engage, Souls, Wanted. Like, you're just drawing extra cards. Because what you want to do, if you don't see Mitsu, but you see like Yummy or Wanted, you want to be able to try and draw into the Mitsu as much as you can. So this card just says, when the Synchro Summon card goes to grave, draw a card. Which
Where
when
is
you
he?
sync it off for
You
the
wanna draw-
Arciela. Sorry?
I said you want to draw into this one.
I want to draw into this, pre-prep prayers, there's like 7 Mitsu cards I want to draw into, even R Master, because the one stuff doesn't usually normal summon either. So when you like synchro it off for this, you always go channeling 1, channeling 2, so you avoid drawing LZ off of the Cyber Disintegrator, but it's just draw power. Luckily I got drawed 0 times today, hashtag lucky.
Hashtag draws it too.
Hashtag draw sucks. And then the Synchro 8 is the Omega over the Diabell.
Yep.
We just couldn't fit. I just couldn't fit like something to play for Diabell, whether it was like Zalong or anything. So I was like, Omega's just it. And if they hand trap me once or twice, I can push through to at least play with yummy cards. I can get down 2 cards in hand. They have to do with an LZ, and it's just hard. And my non-engine, it's just hard for them to play. Which unfortunately, that's just the format. It's like FTK and get FTK, and like unironically, it's like the most fair FTK.
I mean, you're drawing 4 and they're discarding 1, so it's
yeah,
kind of...
like it's insane. For the more yummy cards, we've got Gravity Control. This was Zombie Vampire for Mitsu. I just feel like Zombie Vampire, it's just like sucks so much worse.
Shout out Jerry.
Camellia. Huh?
Shout out to Jerry.
Shout out Jerry Zane. He did not like these cards. He played Zombie Vampire over these cards. He played Starham with Gravity Controller. I actually didn't like Zombie Vampire. It didn't come up today. I never needed today. Every time I needed to go Camellia, I only played through 2 or 3 hand traps, and like I was like, if they have they have the extra hand trap, then they're just better. But they weren't. Through Gravity Controller, we've got the Azamina cards. We've got the move to make Gravity Controller with a lot of the times instead of Camellia. Then you make Gravity Controller plus like from Moo with Souls to make Cupsy way. We've got the Sylvia, which is just honestly the best card. Like the Hallowed is just better than Deaders. We're playing Deaders for so long, but Hallowed putting this back, like turn after turn after turn, not just this 3rd turn where Deaders can only do the one reborn. It's just insane. We've got the D-mod for the Witch and Souls, and then we've got honestly one of the strongest bridge with Engage. We've got Camellia and then the Tagari, and then the last card is just the SP. SP kind of came up because like, a lot of times you do end up with like extra bodies if you open like the 2 or 3 card combos, and SP is just a good piece to have the emblem. Like it does lose to Super Holy a little bit harder, but then rip me, they have it.
Yeah.
They never had it, so we were just lucky today. Side deck, we've got Perulias, we've got 3 Retsi. Resolved this twice, and every time I resolved it, I won the game. And then just, as long as I have a way to play without the Witch and get it off board, I can kill almost every time. I've got the Spear mode for the Doom Z in the FTK decks, and the Amorphe Power Patron shit. This was Lava Golems, but my cameraman saw his Lava Golems back, so whatever. I never signed these in, I didn't see any of those degens, the degen FTK, so...
It's alright, neither did I.
Yeah, like I was happy to not I was happy to not have to side these in. Just the good cards, the good going second cards. We've got 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Duster. Just good against branded and just random shit you see. And then the going first cards, Talents, Judgment, and I'm not a fan of Accusation. I do love Dominus Spark though. There was 3 or 4 times today going first. I would like not draw the the going first cards. Then like it was like twice to happen today where like I used Cupsy on summon during my opponent's turn to draw a card, and I would just draw Spark, and it's just like the little extra push to solidify the game state. It was just nuts. But overall, Cupsy is a goat. 1,000 years of Yummy, 1,000 years of Habakiri. I was never a Mitsurugi fan, but unfortunately this probably is the best way to play Yummy, even if it's not the best way to play Mitsurugi, but you do what you have to do.
Awesome. Any shout outs?
Yeah, shout out Olddogs TCG. Shout out T-Roy's cards, use Olddogs 5 for 5% off your order, Australia wide. Shout out Jack, the cameraman.
Let's go.
My ride and like my main testing partner. Shout out Leon Fung, my inspiration. And shout out my mum for having me. Thanks guys.